Hi there, Aisling Mooney here, and I wanted to give you angel messages for November. Now, I know we're in the middle of November, but so much has happened already in the first half of this month that I really felt like today was a really good day to come in there. Today was actually the day that I just felt like coming in here and doing a reading, giving us some angel messages, some angel guidance, something that could help us to finish November. November is a fiery month. I'm sitting here in my home upstairs in the landing. I just need to plug in the phone. That's why I'm in this funny location. I've just been doing some yoga just to quiet myself, to bring myself into my body. And I thought this would be a really nice, while I'm in this space, to just bring you into this space with me. And it's like, even this morning, my mind was off, running around. I took the dog for a walk and that didn't work. I came in, I started to breathe, that didn't work. And I just said, okay, I'm just going to put some yoga on. I'm going to just get into my body. And normally I wouldn't be out here on the landing. I would be in one of the rooms, but I needed to plug in. And it's about, I literally needed to plug into God, back into source. But it's about not waiting for the perfect time to be spiritual. Not waiting for the perfect time to connect with your angels, with your divine source, whatever, God, whatever you want to call that mystery. So now is the perfect time to be on the path, to be spiritual, to be ready. We've had absolutely an incredible month so far with elections in the US, fire from the beginning of November. And now we've had this super full moon over the last weekend, so it actually just feels completely right to do this reading today. And I have to say that I feel the fire energy this month. I feel galvanized as a light worker. I feel ready to really step into my purpose and my light. And I know many of you watching this are feeling that call within your soul, especially in the last earthquake of the last week. And this whole year has been an earthquake, to be honest, has been tremors and earthquakes and aftershocks. And that will probably continue for the rest of the year. But this is good. This is where change starts. That's what I can see everywhere, that suddenly light workers are up on their feet. That's certainly the case with me. I feel ready now. I feel like there's no more time to waste. We have to start shining our light. So anyway, I could talk about this for ages, so I'm going to just ask the angels to guide me to, it was supposed to be 3 cards, but they told me 4, so 4 cards. So that's the top card. That's the middle one. Okay. So let's see. So the rest of November, what have we got? Wow. Unity. Do the right thing for the right reason. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you, and a spiritually minded community. And this is exactly what I'm talking about this morning, about it's the right time is now. If you wait for the perfect circumstances, for what you think is the traditional way to be spiritual, going off into a cave and becoming a yogi or a hermit or a spiritual master that way, reaching enlightenment that way, if you're waiting for the perfect teacher to come up and teach you, if you're waiting for the right moment for you to go and do your yoga class or do your meditation class, then you're stalling your spirituality. The right time is right now. The right time is right now. Me and you here right now in this space, taking a breath. Bringing yourself down into your heart. Do that right now. Do that right now while we're here. Bring yourself down into your heart. feeling the angels gathering around you. So many angels gathering into this space. This is an incredible time on our planet. We are being called to unity. We are being called to wholeness. And it looks like chaos, and it looks like tragedy, and it looks like upheaval, but that is the start of the stillness. That is the chaos before the stillness. You know, think about if you're on a boat and there's a big crazy storm. After that storm, the incredible stillness that's there, the peace, the sun shining on the water, even though there's debris everywhere, there's suddenly peace, there's a reprieve, there's silence, there's a moment for reflection, there's a moment for gratitude to swell up in your heart and say, thank God I'm alive, thank God I'm here, thank God I have all that I have, including friends, family, food on the table, the house is warm. Whatever you have in your life, be grateful for today, because there are billions of people that don't have what you have. And this is where the divide is on our planet. And this is the angels are calling us to unity. The angels are calling us to unity. Listen to the wise man. And this reminds me of Metatron. And this is what I do in the Mastery of Metatron course, is working with Metatron, is bringing people to a place of leadership and responsibility, in particular light workers, because that's who I resonate with, that's who I work with. But this is just about combining the traditional and the new approaches, and find out what works for you. Throw out what doesn't work. I've done so much training in my life, so much spiritual practice with different teachers, and most of it has gone out the window, and I only use the pieces that work for me in my life. And a lot of it has changed according to how my life has changed. The practices that I use to get myself centered and calm are completely different to how they were 10 years ago, 15 years ago, when I was single and I didn't have children. My practices are different now, so they adapt to the life that I have. A lot of my spiritual practice is going for walks in nature, because I find it difficult to find the time to sit still. So you adapt your practice to wherever you are in your life and whatever's going on, but you do need to have a practice. You do need to have a space to reflect, to go down into your heart. We all need this. We all need this. Without this, we're just connected out there on the internet, on Facebook, whatever. It's about giving yourself just a few minutes. If you can't give yourself a few minutes a day, whether that's going for a walk in the park, doing a yoga practice, going for a run, having a bath, I don't know, whatever it takes for you to get back inside, doing listening to meditation in your ears, doing some breathing, whatever, but you need to give yourself that few minutes every single day just to get back to that center, to connect with your heart and with your soul. And that's where it starts. This is where it starts. It's not about helping people out there. It's about helping yourself first. Get yourself centered. Get your own house in order first. And that will ripple out. When I'm calm, I'm feeling peaceful. My whole family feels calm and peaceful. Everybody that I interact with feels calm and peaceful. So it's about, this call for the rest of this month is really go inward. Go inward. Go to your soul. Go to the fire. Go to your passion. Go inward. Seek unity with yourself, reconnection with your own soul and your own heart. Awesome. Okay. And listen to the wisdom. Find the elders out there and teachers and listen to their wisdom. So we have 3 cards. Oh my God, you couldn't make this stuff up. You really couldn't make this stuff up. So we have 4 major arcana cards in this. This is the fairy deck from Doreen Virtue, which I'm using at the moment. I absolutely love the energy of this deck. So this card is life experience. Let go of belief systems that no longer work for you, an important life-changing event, a situation that leads to significant opportunities. So this is actually incredible. In the traditional tarot, combining the traditional with the new, this is the Tower card. And it's usually a representation of the tower crumbling, things falling, chaos. And that's what the last week has felt like, what I've just been speaking about, this rupturing, this shaking within us, you know, this shaking. Sometimes when I'm in a negative mood, I will say to myself, I say to my husband, literally, take me by the shoulders and shake me. And that brings me back to myself. It shakes out the stuff that I'm holding, whether it's a belief system, whether it's a negative spiral that I'm in. But you can literally just shake yourself out of that. But this is saying that this is what has been happening in the first part of November and this whole year. There's been a shaking to our core, and we're literally looking around at debris now, wondering what's next. And the angels are saying that you're safe, you're protected, your family are safe and protected. This is all good. There's lambs in this picture, and you can see this would be a representation of Archangel Michael giving protection to this fairy. And here's the tower just pointing to what's happening. There's a bit of smoke and debris, but there's lambs here, so there's an innocence in this picture. And there are butterflies, so many butterflies. So it's an opportunity, a huge opportunity for peace and for transformation in our lives. So exactly what I've been speaking about. And this next card is Justice, the figure 8, the sign for infinity. And it's to take time to review the details carefully. You will win in the end. Fair and objective decisions. So this is what we're being called to find balance in our lives. So it's about finding, having the courage to use the sword to say no, to, like Archangel Haniel energy coming in here. We've had Michael, this is Haniel. Haniel will be the female counterpart of Michael, which is about boundaries, standing up, saying absolutely no, this is not good enough. Things need to change. And that's how I feel at the moment. I feel like it's time to make a stand. It's time to stand up. No more hiding, no more flapping about. I need to get started. I need to get my vision out into the world, and I'm calling on the angels to help you with your vision and to help you bring some balance into your life, to bring some Haniel into your life, to help you to cut through obstacles, to get rid of boundaries, to have the ability to get rid of obstacles and things that are in your path, and to have clear boundaries, so that when it comes to saying no, absolutely clearly that you can do that, you have the courage to do that. And you know, saying no to others is saying yes to yourself, you know, yes to yourself and your dreams. My son asked me last night, you love me and Emily, you love us the most. And I said, no, I love myself the most, and then I love everyone else. He wasn't impressed, but I thought, this is an important lesson I'm teaching him. I am a priority in my life. I didn't used to be. I used to be the end, the bottom of the pile, and sometimes there wasn't even anything left there by the time it got to me. So it was a big lesson for me in my life to put me on the top of my priorities. And I do slip, you know, that's life. But at least I know where I need to be, that when I'm well in myself, in my body, when I'm balanced, when I'm peaceful, then everybody around me benefits from that. So this card is about balance. And there's also a beautiful message here about getting out in nature and just reconnecting with the trees and with that beautiful natural sacred space that we have. You know, it's a church. If you just spend 5 minutes in nature contemplating a flower or being in the energy of a tree, standing firmly connected with the earth, this can be all you need. You know, for some people that is their spiritual practice, is just going out and being in nature, and that could be enough for you. So find your spiritual practice, bring the balance back in for all our sakes and for the next generation. Beautiful card. Beautiful card. Yeah, balance. So there's balance. And there's also a little message in here for anyone that's going through legal difficulties, that this is, it might have been difficult up to now, but things are going to be much smoother from now on. So things might have looked like they would never be resolved, but suddenly there's a light going on and all the angels are rushing in. And pouring peace into that situation. So anybody that's watching this, that's going through any sort of a legal situation, it could be divorce, anything, or for property as well. So anything that's going on, this is the turning point. This month is the turning point for you, and things get much, much easier. So resolutions really, really quickly. Decisions are made and acted on, and things start to clear, and you start to see light at the end of the tunnel. The final card I have for us today is stunning. The Three of Winter, which is completely Metatron for me. And there's the image of the bear. So the bear is about protection. The Metatron is about leadership, standing up, taking responsibility for where you are as a light worker in the world, a bringer of light, and really shining your light so that your tribe can reach you, so that the people that you are sacredly contracted to help can find you. If you need help with this, send me a private message and we can talk about Metatron, mastering Metatron. Maybe that's something that could help you, and if not, I can direct you somewhere else, depending on your energy and what you need right now. But this card, the Three of Winter, comes to say, reach out to others for comfort and love. You will grow stronger from this situation, and sadness that will heal with time. So that's leading on again from what I've just said there, that anyone that's gone through any sort of a legal situation, that there's resolution is now. The resolution is now. You'll start to feel the shift in that situation. If you haven't already felt it, within the next 24 hours, 48 hours, things will start to shift and be calmer, be more peaceful. Resolution, there's light. And even the sadness that you may have felt will heal. There's a chance and an opportunity for that now to heal. Sometimes we hold trauma, it freezes in our system and just causes us literally to paralyze and stay in that moment. So it's flowing now. There's more flow, there's more love, there's more peace. And for me, there was a lot of shock last week. You know, there was shock earlier this year with Brexit. So a lot of shock in my system and trauma, that, and for all of us, shock waves throughout the world, that the angels are saying it's okay. This is the aftershock. This is the opportunity for that shock to melt, the trauma to flow, and you will grow stronger from the situation. That's the promise with this card. And you need to reach out to others for comfort and love. Ask, and expect miracles. I can't leave you on a nicer note for November. It's going to be an incredible month for us. Fiery, fiery month. And I can't wait to see what opportunities arise for you. I'd love to hear your thoughts and your comments about how this resonates with you in your heart, and what you're going to do with this information. What are you going to do for yourself? What little self-care practice are you going to put in place? What are you going to do to give you that spiritual space every single day? What are you going to do? And I'm asking that with kindness. I'm asking that because I love you, because I want you to start to appreciate and love yourself the way you deserve. So post below, comment, join us in the Facebook group for a conversation. And I love you all. Have an amazing November.